Hello, so today let's talk about pushing through the pain. Now, here's what is making it worse and what you can do instead of it. Now, as an executive mom, you're used to handling a lot of high pressure, as in high stake meetings, tight deadlines, non-stop demands at work, at home, etc. And you may have mastered the art of multitasking, as most women, and especially working women do. But as pain creeps in, we tend to sort of push it under the carpet till it comes to a limit where you cannot take it anymore, or that discomfort starts to stop you in your tracks and stops you from doing your everyday activities, whether it's at work or at home. Now, most of us, as mums, as working women, we tend to push through the pain because it's sort of we push it to the background, as I said. But really, ignoring the pain does not make it go away, right? So in fact, it can make things worse. So if you find that you're constantly battling your pain or discomfort, it may be time to rethink your approach. And in today's video, we will discuss the most common mistakes people go make when they are trying to push through the pain, and what can you do instead of that. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back and neck, and nerve pain despite low energy levels and brain fog or lack of focus. Now, I do this by giving you simple exercises, some easy lifestyle modifications, some tips and tricks that have helped me in my own pain and adrenal fatigue journey. Adrenal fatigue is a very vast term, but the two main symptoms that I refer to are low energy levels and lack of focus, because those are the ones that I suffered from. Now, without taking more of your time, because we are moms, we are busy people, let's get into the topic for today, which is pushing through the pain. Here's what is making it worse and what you can do instead. Now, the very first thing is ignoring the early warning signs. Now, pain is not just an inconvenience, it's your body's way of telling you something is wrong, something needs fixing, something is off. And many of us tend to dismiss these minor aches and pains as a normal part of life, but untreated pain can often lead to more severe issues down the line, especially as it gets more and more chronic. Now, how do you fix it? So, instead of ignoring the discomfort, take a note of when it happens. Is it worse after a long walk, after a long meeting, or day at work? When you're carrying your kids, identify the patterns so that you can make those small adjustments in your activity before it actually gets worse. So what you can do is either you avoid that activity, or you can modify that activity so that the pain does not you can basically curb the pain just when that niggle of pain starts, rather than it being a full-blown pain. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is overcompensating with bad posture or movement patterns. I'm in a video, please. Sorry about that. Mom life. So yeah, where were we? So overcompensating with bad movement patterns. Now, when pain strikes, you may subconsciously adjust your posture or movement to avoid that painful sensation or the discomfort. For example, if you have knee pain, of course you're going to avoid putting weight on that knee. You might put more weight on the other leg. So, or you may shift your weight. Say you've got back pain, you try and avoid pain in that area. You may shift your weight to the other side when you're sitting or you're slouching to relieve that pressure on your spine. Now, while this may feel better at the moment, but these compensations, if done for a long period of time, they can create imbalances in your body, which can actually create more pain over a period of time. Now, I'm not saying bad posture for 1 day or 2 days. Obviously, that'll also cause problems, but it is not going to give you long-term problems. But if you are in the habit of compensating, say you have pain on your right side, on your back, lower back. So you've had that pain for a long period of time. Unknowingly, you might bend away from that pain. Depending on what is the cause of pain, you might bend away or towards it. But let's just say you're bending away from that pain. Now, what's happening is, as I'm bending away from my right side because it's painful, my left side, the muscles, you can see the compression that's happening on the left side. You may not feel it at the moment because your mind is fixated towards the painful side. However, over a period of time, your left side is also going to start getting painful because there is an imbalance in those muscles, the ligaments, etc., all the structures around the spine there. Right? So biomechanically, you're not balanced, your spine is not aligned. So you're going to start having problems there. most probably, right? So what do you do? How do you fix this, or how do you manage this? Is you pay attention to how you sit, stand, and move throughout the day when you have pain. Simple awareness and small corrections, like for example, if I'm standing, I want to make sure that the weight of my body is evenly distributed on both my feet. If I'm sitting here and talking to you and I am always tensed like this, or if I'm typing with my shoulders shrugged like this, I want to make sure that my shoulders are down and back and they're relaxed. Now, this is sort of general knowledge. It's so common. Everybody knows it, that it's become white noise, but really these simple adjustments and this awareness, these corrections can help in the long run. Now, if you are wondering, how can you know if your sitting posture or your standing posture is actually correct, and how can you improve this if it is not correct, or if you feel like you're always slouching or always sitting in a slump posture like this? So, I have written a blog on the same topic. I will just tell you the name of it. Yeah, it's called "The Most Common Mistakes People Make When Trying to Push Through the Pain." So, in that blog, I have left a video for you, which is how can you improve your posture while sitting. There are a couple of other links to blogs and videos which tell you how can you know if you're sitting post if you have a good sitting posture. There's another one on how do you know if you have a good standing posture, and a couple more things. And it also has this quick and easy desk-based exercises to avoid spinal and joint pain. It's a free video guide. Now, these are simple and easy exercises that you can do under 2 to 3 minutes. Of course, you can stretch it for longer if you want to, but they can be done under 2 to 3 minutes because we're busy, right? So while sitting at your, you can do these while sitting at your desk, at work, or from the comfort of your house. But why do you need to do them? Which brings me to our next and last point for today, which is sometimes we believe that rest is the only solution. Now, this is fine when you have acute pain. So you've got a locked facet, or you've got this acute pain in your back or any other part of your body. That's fine. When the pain flares up, your instinct is to avoid movement altogether. It is fine in the first 24 to 48 hours, not really bed rest unless your doctor's told you. But if you completely avoid movement, excessive rest can actually make things worse. I have done another video on this excessive rest recently. You can go to my YouTube channel and have a look. If you can't find me on YouTube, just write my name, Swati Prakash, spine pain or excessive rest, and the video will pop up for you. Anyway, going back, so when pain flares up, our instinct is to go back to that rest. But if you do excessive rest, it can actually worsen things in the long run, because your muscles tend to get weaker. When you do not move, those muscles tend to get stiff and tight, and then that aggravates the pain itself. Now, how do you fix it or manage it? Gentle intentional movements like stretches, posture reset. So just thinking about how am I sitting, again, those blogs that I had referred to earlier will help you with that. Core activation, right? So these are all things that will help you speed up your recovery. Again, in that blog, there is another link to how can you activate your core or do core exercises while you're sitting at your desk, which are very discreet. I may be doing them right now when I'm talking to you, and you won't even know about it. So all the information, the detailed information, is in that blog. Obviously, I can't cover it in this video. It'll get too long for you. But you can have a look at that blog, and it has everything that I spoke about, plus some more points that I wanted to address today. So remember, pushing through the pain without a plan only leads to frustration and long term damage, or long term increase in pain, really, or that pain not going away. Listen to your body, correct your sitting posture, your postural habits, integrate those small, time efficient posture fixes, those little exercises, so that you can stay strong, energized, pain free. And that's what we want, right? And obviously, this is all without slowing down your busy life or taking away a big chunk of your time. Alrighty, I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, any comments for me, do drop them below and I will address them for you. And I'll see you guys